What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. It's been a while since I've done one of these. We're gonna go thrifting. I've got the truck here. We're heading to the first thrift store already because they open in 13 minutes, and this is a store where they restock overnight, so you want to be there right when they open. Then I'm gonna go get the car, and we are going to head down to Appleton and hit some thrift stores. So yeah, I've been trapped in my house for a few days. I got out the day before yesterday. We had some serious flooding. I took a little bit of video, but my street, there's a river quite a ways behind my house. Maybe quarter of a mile behind my house is a river, and then there's some woods from the river up to my house and everything. The water was about 15 feet from the back of my house, pretty deep. In fact, it's still flooded and now frozen over. The front of my house, my street, was now a river with a current. Let me show you some of the video clips I did. We were almost evacuated. So you can't see this very well, but this is my road. You can see my truck is right at the edge of the water. We have a river out here. You can kind of see right there is the edge of my driveway, and the water runs to about here. So quite a bit of water here. Not quite sure what that is. I think that's the SWAT team truck. I don't know, maybe a tow truck. We don't have the red and blue lights, so yeah, we've got some serious flooding going on here. This isn't the beach. This is my driveway. So this may be a very bad decision. All right, I'm turning around. This is getting really deep. My road is actually closed. You can't really see what's going on. Look how close we are to the house. This is not normally water. So we officially have a moat. So water level is still rising as the sun comes up. I envy my neighbors. I looked at the FEMA flood map. They're quite a bit higher up than us. This is coming a decent ways. I normally park over here, so my truck would be underwater. The current has definitely lessened. This was flowing like a river before. Now it's pretty calm, which means it's starting to smell bad. So here's what remains. Still flooded in the backyard. It's definitely receded quite a bit, but it's all frozen now and iced over. This is what happens when you go from, I think there was legitimately 4 feet of snow on the ground, and then some snowbanks were extremely high, and then went to like 56 degrees. So you can see kind of where the edge of the flooding is based on where the snow melted. Definitely a lot better now. You can see all the crap in the road. This is where probably the worst of the flooding was by me, but there was also 4 feet of water up the road a little bit. Bridge is still closed over the river. I guess they need to assess it to make sure it's still structurally sound. From what I understand, so the East River cuts through like basically all of Green Bay, and from what I understand, they closed every single bridge over the river except for the interstate and one other highway. And a lot of cleanup efforts. We were flooded for about 2 days, trapped in the house. Thankfully, I had lots of beverages. I'm on my last Monster, so I got out just in time. Otherwise, I have to swim to the gas station. This parking lot was filled with water, and that retaining wall there, which is probably about 3.5 feet, the water went over that. We're at thrift store number 1. You can see the line of people outside. about 7 minutes or so before they open. In and out in 5 minutes. Got my prescription. At least that's the bag they gave me. I spent $2 for starters. I got these 2 ink cartridges. They were only 50 cents each. I'm sure I can get 5 or 10 bucks. This one expired in 2014. Expired ink still sells on eBay pretty well. This one expired in 2018. I think I'll probably get, well, they're both the same, so I could probably put them in a lot for like $15 or $20. And then I got this camera. You know, I don't know what model this is because they covered it up, but it only cost me $1. You know, that battery cover does not like to stay closed. But I don't see anything broken on it, so I'm hoping that when the batteries are in there, the tension of it keeps it closed, because otherwise it's probably not worth much. So let's take the label off, and there is no model on it. It's just, well, let's look up Canon SureShot autofocus, because these cameras tend to do well. So I should get between $30 and $50 for this. Prices are kind of all over the board on it. There's some that have sold for like $20. I think this is people just underpricing it. There are a lot that have sold for the $32, $37 range. So what I'm gonna do is probably price this at $45 with free shipping, and take any offer north of $30. But John, it's obsolete. It's a film camera. Yes, people buy obsolete technology all the time. In fact, there was even a GPS in there, that obsolete technology, but people buy it. The only reason I didn't buy the GPS was because it was the Canadian version. They wanted $8 for it. So that's what I got at this store. Let's go get the car, and then we can go down to Appleton. All right, switched over to the car at the warehouse here, and now I need some gas. And then we're going to Appleton. Let's see what we can find. Car is all gassed up, and I noticed it's really salty. So let's go run it through a wash, and then we'll hit the road. So this car wash is a great deal. I pay $30 a month for unlimited washes. Unfortunately, this car is parked most of the winter, so I maybe wash it once a month. But during the summer, I come through here every morning. Daily car washes for $30 a month, as opposed to paying like $12 per car. I go once a week and it pays for itself. Well worth it. And it's a decent car wash, but the dryers suck. Dryers really don't do a good job in washing and drying the car, but you know, what am I to complain? It's $30 a month for unlimited car washes. Sometimes I'll go through twice a day if the car gets dirty, so I guess I can't complain. But those dryers, they suck. They don't blow, they suck. So right outside the car wash, we've got another thrift store. This one is usually not that great, but last time I was here, I just scored so good. So we're gonna go check it out. See what I mean? Car is still soaked. So I spent about $30. I've got this steering wheel set. These tend to do really well. This particular model, I think I should be able to sell for about $75. Cost $9. I got this guy, an Xbox 360 wireless control. It's in pretty nice shape. The thumbsticks aren't. Actually, you know what? Now I'm seeing this is a little screwy. Yeah, never mind. Well, I spent $1.98 on a broken Xbox 360 controller. So, yeah, guess I'm selling that for parts. I'm probably gonna break even at best. This, total gamble. I spent $18.98 on it. Let me open it up and show you what it looks like. This is a fancy controller for a remote control airplane. Could not find any comps for this on eBay, but I think it's well worth $20. Maybe I can sell it for $50. Maybe I can sell it for $150. I honestly have no idea. It does turn on. You see that light turns on. So at least we know there's not any significant corrosion or anything in there. I don't know what I can get for this. I am gonna have to do some research, but couldn't find any comps. I tried looking up Max 4, Junior Pro. You know what? I just looked up Junior Pro, not Junior Propo. Let me look that up here. So maybe 75 bucks. I honestly have no idea. So 2 stores in already, and I haven't even left Green Bay. So let's actually go to Appleton. Maybe we can get some thrifting done down there. We're at the Bargain Garden thrift shop. I've never actually been here before. I was driving past and saw the sign, so let's see what they've got. So as it turns out, I have been here before. They just kind of remodeled the outside, so now you can see the sign. Now I remember why I don't go here. It's not that great. I did find this for $4. I don't really know. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but these ribbons are nice. I've got 4 of them in here. I sell those Brother typewriters quite often. It's nice to be able to include a ribbon. Thrift store number 4. Lucky number, Brett Favre. I am at Bethesda. I'm sure you're getting dizzy by now. This store, in my experience, is usually pretty high priced, but they have decent quality stuff, and occasionally items slip through the cracks. So we're gonna see. I usually find a few items here. May have spoken too soon, so I got this for my own collection. I do not have 1982, so that was $2. And it's actually in nice shape. This thing I've been staring at for like 3 months on the counter of their store. They wanted $25 for it. Today, well, this month, red tags are 75% off. So I got it for like $6 and some change. Should be able to sell it for about 35, 40 bucks on eBay. So I am at Goodwill. You can see it in the background there. This is one of the better Goodwills, but it can be hit or miss. I can either walk out with next to nothing or go and spend $100 and have a crazy huge score. That's usually how this one works. So let's go in. So I've got 2 things so far. This calculator, these business calculators seem to do well. This one will probably go for about 20 bucks. Costs us $6. And I think I can get 50 to 75 for this guy. Unfortunately, no battery or charger and no price tag. So my guess is the price tag was on the battery or the charger, but neither of which are back there. So I don't know. So they priced the camera at $5. I'll probably end up, if I don't have a battery or a charger in the warehouse, I'll probably end up spending another 15 to 20 on those. And then I think I should get about 75 bucks for it. The gamble is, obviously, if it doesn't work, I've got, I can't return everything, but I'm not too worried. I also had $5 in rewards points, which you get every time you spend $100 at Goodwill here in northeastern Wisconsin. You get a $5 loyalty certificate. So basically I got it for free. They charged me $5 and then they knocked $5 off. Let's go to the next one. We're at probably my favorite Goodwill in the area, in Neenah. I usually do all right here. Mostly cameras here. I've got this old film camera, Olympus. Should get about 20 or 30 bucks for that. This very outdated digital camera, again, should get about 20 or 30. They want 6. It's a little high, but it is AA batteries, so I should be able to. I don't need to order anything, and then this one obviously doesn't need a charger. This camera, this is an actual digital camera. I think I can get about 30. It's blue is half off, so it's $2.50. And this spring-loaded lightsaber, where's the switch? That's kind of neat. It's gonna be $2 with the half-price discount, and I should be able to sell it for 20, 25 bucks or so. So I spent a total of 15 here. Should turn that into about 100 bucks or so. For the most part, easy to list and ship items, and they take only a couple of seconds to test. So I'm happy. Not as good as I usually get here. Today is not a great day thrifting, but I'll still probably walk away making about 500 bucks. And to clarify, for all the critics out there, yes, it didn't sell yet. Once it sells, I'll make like 500 bucks. Just want to clarify, because everybody always wants to comment below saying, well, it's not sold yet. I know just by saying that I'm going to get like 30 comments from that, but yes, I know it's not sold yet. Moving on. Thrift store number 7 in Menasha. I'm not going to be able to hit a lot more because I need to be back in town for a meeting in a couple of hours. So we're going to have to make it a short day, but I should be able to hit maybe this one and one more, maybe 2 more. It must be camera day today because we found this $4. Olympus is a great brand on these. These sit for a while, but they'll eventually sell. Should be able to get about 30 for that. This one doesn't have a price tag on it, but it's in nice shape. Again, just runs on AA's, so you don't need to order a charger. If I can get it for $5 or less, I'll buy it. Should be able to get 30. And this is a Sony VCR DVD combo. 20 is outrageously high, but it does include the original remote. I think I could probably get around $100 for this after shipping and fees. Probably looking at about 70 or so, so I'm happy with it. So the camera ended up being a little more than I wanted to spend, $8.99, but I bought it anyway. And then I got this for $3. Should get about $10-15 for it. Some of those handheld games do all right, especially given that that's Battleship. It's a well-known board game. All right, we are at Goodwill number 8. I usually find some decent stuff here. It's usually the last one of the day. I skipped 2 Goodwills and a couple St. Vinny's stores in the middle of town just for time restraints. So we will hit this one, and maybe we can hit one in Green Bay on the way back. See if we have time. Definitely camera day. Found this Canon 35mm. It's $2. Remember, blue tags are half off. I think I could probably turn that into about 30. And then some Dell speakers. Again, an item with no price tag, but I think I can get about 40 or 50. They're new in here. All the cords are wrapped nicely. I just need to pack it up nicely, and I can sell it as a new open box item. Speakers ended up being $8.99, so I bought them. Seriously, there are a lot of stuff today with no price tags on them. Usually, I can do a full thrift run of 15 or 20 stores, and I'd be surprised to find one item without a price tag. So I don't know what's going on today, but oh well. I've bought everything so far that didn't have a price tag, although a couple items are a little higher than I wanted them to be. Another thing is, it's kind of a slow day thrifting. Usually I find a lot more. I almost wonder if I'm following a reseller who hit this loop of stores already and cleared most of the good stuff out there. Some big potholes. Who knows? That's it for Appleton. Let's head up to Green Bay and see what we can find. I do have time to hit one store up there. Alright, so it's now like 10 p.m. I did make it to that last store. I got back to the warehouse to drop off paychecks, because that is today. And I had a customer here with one of my employees, and we sat and chatted for a while. And then I had the local historical society meeting here at 4. Let me show you some stuff about that. So that was at 4, and then that lasted until I went out to dinner with some friends. Let me show you. This is a unit that a storage unit that I didn't show on video. I bought this unit about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. It is filled with photos. It is a photographer's entire collection. We estimate there's about 500,000 negatives and images. They're all in little envelopes like this. Anything from passport photos and wedding photos to local buildings. Here's some from the National Railroad Museum here in Green Bay. Just an amazing number of photos. Every one of these boxes is just full. We've also got just tens of thousands of photos from the Packers. Like this is a Packer player, or maybe a coach or something. Just a lot of old stuff. These are probably from the 60s. We're working with the local historical society on digitizing all these. This is about a 5-year project, we expect. We're getting everything digitized and made available to the public free of charge before we sell the negatives and the photos. This film is pretty cool. Austin Straubel Airport is here in Green Bay. It was named after this guy. It says, "Return to Austin Straubel, December 1937, a tin full of film." I cannot wait to see what that is. We've got tapes of old Packer games. We've got some of these films. 32nd Division Welcome Home. There's some old 1940s films from the Green Bay Packers. Really excited. There's one from when FDR came to visit Green Bay in the 40s, I think. We've got all sorts of stuff here. I've even got the photographer's camera. Here's the photographer. He worked for the local newspaper back in the 50s. He worked for the Packers, had his own studio. So roughly 500,000 photos we're currently going through. So we had the Brown County Historical Society come in, and we were going through this stuff here. We're sorting them, getting them ready to be digitized. So that's what I've been up to for the past year or so. Some of these are really cool. These are glass negatives. They're over 100 years old. Some are damaged, some aren't. But I mean, well over 100 years old. We're scanning these in. These ones aren't glass, but there's just so much neat stuff. Don't want to lift it that way, otherwise I'll have more broken ones. Just thousands. We estimate about 500,000 photos here. Now, a lot of them, look at this, just so poorly stored too. A lot of them are going to end up being just passport photos and wedding photos that we're probably going to donate them to the local genealogy department at the local college, but I'm not sure. But that's basically what I've been up to. So anyways, I haven't had a real chance to do any more thrifting today, but the reason I'm back here is because I have to ship eBay orders yet today. So let's pull some orders. I'll show you what's sold. All right, let's start with this. This is a Honeywell scanner. It's got a touch screen. Sold it for $50. I think I paid $3 for it. I had a few of them. This was the last one left. Here is, these all came on, remember those 7 pallets of Amazon stuff, the video that went viral? These are external ringers for landline phones. I've been consistently selling about one a week or so for $20. This one sold for $19.99. Next, we've got this. You remember I bought this the other day at everybody's rummage sale, this Atari game. I sold it for $20. Next is this little stupid thing, a Curtiss-Wright. There's actually some sort of oil in here. The way this works is you stand it on the corner. It's upside down. You stand it on the corner. You know what? I am not good at demonstrating things, apparently. So you stand it on one of these corners, and once it reaches a certain point, it drops like that, and then it reaches the other point, it drops like this. But that slowly, it's like a weird timer thing. I don't know. I paid like $1 for it at St. Vincent de Paul. Curtiss-Wright, they make like transmissions and stuff. You see that drop a little bit in there. And that sold for $20. Next, we've got an empty box here for an original Xbox. Really nice shape. It's got the styrofoam and everything in it. I got this in a storage unit. That's right, empty video game boxes do sell. I sold that for $25. Next is this. A lot of 9 of these Polycom phones. I sold it for $100, free shipping. It's not going terribly far, so hopefully it doesn't cost too much. This is not going to be fun to ship. As a matter of fact, that one doesn't need to go out today, so I might wait till tomorrow since it is late and I would like to get home. All right, next is, let's see, these here we go, water filters. I paid, I don't know, $3.99 maybe, somewhere in that range. Sold for $22 for a 3-pack. I had them listed at $24.99. Took a best offer of $22. Second to last, it was not that. Let's see, maybe it's over here. Oh, no, I gotta find it. Here it is. I just moved these. I sold this scanner for $89. I don't know what I paid for this. I've got so many of these scanners, but I definitely paid under $5 for it. Sold for $89. I've got one left of this exact same model. And lastly, a holy grail item. This game, amazing condition, with all the artwork and everything. Really nice shape here. I sold this for $179. $179.99. Found this in that storage unit that I'm still editing the videos on, but I found it in the storage unit filled with collectibles. It was the only really good video game thing in there. So other than the box of phones, I'm going to get all of that shipped out. And then I'm going home because I'm tired. It's like 10 o'clock. I shouldn't be here this late. All shipped out. Let's get these dropped off at the post office, and I am done for the day. Oh yeah, don't want to forget about that one. That's the Xbox box. And yeah, I decided I'm shipping these out tomorrow. Lights out. All right. Get this loaded up in the truck. I'm trying to use my phone hand to open doors. And there we go. It was difficult trying to do stuff with your phone hand when you're trying to film and do things with that hand, and that's the only hand you have available. It's not easy. You should see the stuff that I put up with for you guys.